Hi, hello, my name is Gomer Joseph. I hope you've all been having a great day so far. Welcome back to another True Crime Tuesdays video. If you are new, I welcome you. Today, I'll be discussing a requested case of the unsolved disappearance of Sophie Reeder. As I researched this case, I found it to be frustrating and troubling. This case truly serves as a reminder to never give up on your children. And if you sense anything going on with them, to just do everything in your power to make sure that they do not go down the wrong path. Now, I encourage you all to do your own research of this case and not just look at my video for all of the information. Here we go. Sophie Reeder was born on February 19th of 2002 to Nicole Twist and Patrick Reeder. When Sophie was around 2 years old, her parents did divorce. Growing up, Sophie was described as a girl who was happy, caring, pretty, artistic, and became confident as she grew up. Unfortunately, when she was growing up, especially in her teen years, things were not all sunshine and roses. Like many teens, Sophie did not like being told what to do. What's even more troubling is that she would constantly walk late at night alone. There would be times where she would run away, but she wouldn't stay out long. There would be violent outbursts at home. She would get into trouble with shoplifting. She honestly just became out of control. Now, the family began to realize that she was suffering from some sort of mental illness or, anxiety, and she would go to therapy. Sophie's father, Patrick, would eventually get full custody of her, and, she had to go ahead and move in with him in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She moved in with her father when she was 12, but she would still have visits with her mother. It's been said by Sophie's mother, Nicole, and even a friend of Sophie, that when she was living with her father, Patrick, he pretty much gave her all of the freedom in the world. Basically able to do whatever she wanted to do, but they stated how she still wasn't happy. On the other hand, Patrick states that he was very active in Sophie's life and that he didn't want her to get away with anything. Whether Patrick was not a disciplinarian or whether he was, there was this one account of when Nicole was helping Sophie to pack to go ahead and, go back to her father. But from what Nicole stated, she saw that, when she was helping Sophie to pack up, she saw that Sophie was in possession of alcohol and lingerie. On top of that, Nicole found a BB gun, and she just explained how troubled she was about this. She confronts Sophie about it, but according to Nicole, Sophie didn't seem to care that she was caught. On May 19th of 2017, Sophie is 15 years old at this point, and once again, she is walking alone late at night. She's near this street called Davie Boulevard, near the Bright Line tracks, but she was never seen again. According to Sophie's mom, Nicole, Sophie's dad, Patrick, states that Sophie had been missing for 4 days. According to Nicole, he makes his call, tells her that Sophie's missing for 4 days. And if this is true, how in the world do you take that long to notify the mother of your child that your daughter is missing? Of course, when Nicole does find out that Sophie is missing, she states how she is just filled with worry because, it's been days since her child has been seen or heard from. What Patrick states happened when he found out that Sophie was missing, he states that he was home and that she left all of her belongings, including a $300 bill, and left a candle still burning in her room. To me, you leave this large amount of cash and you still, you don't blow out your candle, so it just seems that she intended to eventually come back home. Patrick states that when, he finds out that Sophie is just nowhere to be found, he starts calling and looking all over the place for her, but she is just nowhere to be found. The police are notified and they began searching Sophie's room. In the room, they found alcohol, drugs, inappropriate adult clothing, and noticed that the date, May 19th, was marked. And of course, we know that May 19th is the day that she went missing. The police also discovered that she was in constant contact with someone named Leonard Jennings, who went by Jay. This is someone that she would buy marijuana from. Jay had been in trouble with the law before, which is not surprising, and it sounded like Jay was much older. Like, to the life of me, like, I don't understand how you can reach adulthood but then give poison basically to children. Of course, since Jay is a very sketchy dude, he was questioned, and all his brothers were questioned as well. They were questioned about Sophie's disappearance, and they denied even knowing Sophie, which was, of course, a lie because the police saw that she constantly contacted Jay on her phone. There was this big search of the apartment that Jay lived in. They found electronics, all of these electronics, but nothing that could tie them to Sophie's whereabouts. Now, Sophie, she was actually in cyber school, so she used her computer for school, yet the police still needed to go ahead and look on it. Even though Sophie was in cyber school, she would actually be hanging around the local school that she once attended. But while the police were looking on Sophie's computer, it's shown that at 15 years old, she searched websites where she could find sugar daddies. Friends have even said that she would state how she met up with men, do just horrendous, nasty things with them, and stated that one man paid her $400. Sophie also had a diary, and she even stated in this diary that she wanted to get 10 sugar daddies. I mean, I just really can't imagine like how her parents were feeling, because I mean, if I was in their situation, like my heart would just break finding, this sort of stuff out, because it's just crazy that someone so young would even be interested in looking this sort of stuff up. Because of the evidence that was found, investigators truly believe that Sophie has been trafficked. Now, if you are watching this video and you have any information at all, please be a snitch. Call 911 or call the Fort Lauderdale Police Department, which is 954-828-5700, and there is a $25,000 reward. It's been over 6 years since Sophie has been gone, and she would be 21 years old right now if she is still alive. If you are a parent and you're watching this video, please keep tabs on your kids. When you see that something is going on with your child, be as nosy as you want to, because the last thing you want is for something unimaginable to happen to your child. My prayer is that God would comfort Sophie's loved ones, and that they would seek God, and that God would provide them with the answers that they have been searching for. I've recently also been challenged by a recent subscriber to even pray for those who are responsible for making her disappear. I pray that those who are responsible would repent of their sins and trust in Jesus Christ alone to save them, so that they would have enough sense to bring Sophie back home. The God that I serve, the God of the Bible, is an all-seeing God. He knows exactly what happened to Sophie that day and knows exactly where she is. I thank you all for taking the time in your day to watch this video. If you did like this video, please feel free to hit the like button. If you have any thoughts about this case at all, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about the next video. If there is a certain true crime case that you'd like me to cover, go ahead, let me know. I will see y'all for next True Crime Tuesdays, and I will talk to y'all later.